Have you ever felt like your body is sending you signals? Maybe it's a little more fatigue creeping into your afternoons than you remember. Perhaps getting up from your favorite chair feels just a bit heavier lately. Or maybe it's that nagging feeling that your memory isn't quite as sharp, leaving you wondering, is this just what getting older means? Many of us, especially as we navigate our 60s, 70s, and beyond, start noticing these subtle shifts. We often chalk them up to the inevitable march of time. But what if I told you that some simple, almost overlooked items already sitting in your kitchen might offer some surprising support? I'm talking about garlic and honey. Yes, those common staples. Now, before you click away thinking this is just another old wives' tale, I want you to pause for a moment. Could these two ingredients, when used thoughtfully, actually make a noticeable difference in how you feel, perhaps even in just 1 week? We're constantly bombarded with messages about complex supplements and expensive health regimens, but sometimes the most profound support comes from nature's oldest remedies, understood in a new light. Are you curious? Have you been searching for simple, natural ways to support your health, your energy, your vitality as you age? Stick with me. In this video, we're not just going to rehash folk wisdom. We'll explore what science suggests might happen when you combine raw honey and crushed garlic daily. We'll look at the potential benefits, but just as importantly, we'll discuss the nuances, the realities, and how this simple habit might fit into your life. This isn't about miracle cures, it's about exploring accessible ways to potentially feel stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Does that sound like something you're interested in? Let me know in the comments below right now. Just type yes if you're ready to explore this with me. So, garlic and honey. Separately, they each have a long history of medicinal use across cultures. Garlic, with its pungent aroma, often linked to warding off everything from colds to vampires in folklore. Honey, the golden nectar, prized for its sweetness and soothing properties. But when we bring them together, especially raw, crushed garlic and raw, unprocessed honey, something intriguing happens. Garlic's power largely comes from a sulfur compound called allicin. Here's the crucial part many people miss. Allicin isn't just sitting in the garlic clove. It's formed only when garlic is crushed, chopped, or chewed, when the cell walls are broken. And letting it sit for about 10 minutes after crushing seems to maximize its potential. This compound is what gives garlic its characteristic smell and many of its purported health effects. Honey, particularly raw and unfiltered honey, is more than just sugar. It contains a complex mix of enzymes, antioxidants, like flavonoids and phenolic acids, vitamins, and minerals. The processing that most commercial honey undergoes, heating and filtering, can unfortunately diminish some of these beneficial components. So the type of honey matters here. Now, combining these isn't a magic bullet. Let's be perfectly clear about that up front. Our bodies are complex systems, and aging brings genuine changes. But the idea here is support. Could this combination offer targeted support for some of the very areas where we often feel the effects of aging most acutely? Let's delve into some of those potential areas, looking at them through a realistic, science-informed lens. Let's talk about those moments, walking into a room and completely blanking on why you went there, struggling for a name that used to be right on the tip of your tongue. It's frustrating, isn't it? Sometimes it even brings a flicker of worry. While these minor slips aren't necessarily signs of serious decline, that brain fog can certainly impact your day-to-day confidence and enjoyment. So how might garlic and honey play a role here? Remember that allicin in garlic? Research suggests it might help improve blood circulation. Think about it. Your brain needs a constant, rich supply of oxygen to function optimally. Better blood flow could mean more oxygen reaching those crucial neural pathways involved in thinking, focus, and recall. It's like ensuring the engine gets enough fuel. And honey? Those antioxidants we mentioned are key. Our brains are incredibly active, and this activity generates metabolic byproducts, sometimes called free radicals, which can cause oxidative stress over time. Think of it like cellular rust. Antioxidants help neutralize these free radicals, protecting brain cells from damage. Furthermore, some emerging research hints that compounds in honey might have anti-inflammatory effects within the brain itself. Chronic low-grade inflammation is increasingly being linked to cognitive changes associated with aging. Now, my perspective: this isn't about reversing dementia or curing Alzheimer's. Absolutely not. But could consistently supporting brain circulation and reducing oxidative stress help maintain day-to-day mental clarity? Could it help lessen that feeling of persistent fog? It seems plausible. Many people report feeling a bit sharper, more alert, less mentally sluggish after incorporating this. It's subtle, perhaps, but feeling more present and mentally capable is invaluable. Wouldn't you agree? Have you experienced that frustrating brain fog? Share your thoughts below. Our hearts, they beat tirelessly, day in and day out, often without much conscious thought from us until, perhaps, a doctor's visit brings unwelcome news about blood pressure or cholesterol. As we age, arteries can become stiffer, blood pressure might creep up, and cholesterol levels can become a concern. These aren't just numbers on a chart. They impact our energy, our stamina, and ultimately, our longevity and independence. How might our kitchen duo offer support? Garlic, particularly allicin and other sulfur compounds, has been studied for its potential effects on cardiovascular health. One key area is vasodilation, helping blood vessels relax and widen. When blood vessels are more relaxed, blood flows more easily, potentially reducing the strain on the heart and helping to manage blood pressure. Some studies also suggest garlic may help lower LDL cholesterol. That's the bad kind that can contribute to plaque buildup in arteries. Honey's role here seems linked again to its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation plays a significant role in the development of heart disease. By potentially calming inflammation within blood vessels, honey might contribute to smoother blood flow and overall cardiovascular wellness. Some studies even suggest moderate honey consumption might have favorable effects on lipid profiles, including triglycerides. My take on this? Garlic and honey are not replacements for prescribed heart medications or lifestyle changes like diet and exercise recommended by your doctor. Please never stop or change medications based on something you see online. However, could incorporating them be a supportive measure alongside conventional care? Possibly. Think of it as adding another small, natural tool to your heart health tool kit. The potential for improved circulation and reduced inflammation could contribute to feeling less taxed, maybe having a bit more stamina. But always discuss significant dietary changes with your doctor, especially if you have existing heart conditions or are on medications like blood thinners. Garlic can have mild blood thinning effects. Are you currently managing blood pressure or cholesterol? It's a common journey for many of us. Remember when catching a cold meant a few sniffles and maybe a day off work? As we get older, it often feels different, doesn't it? A simple bug can knock us down for longer. Recovery seems slower, and the risk of complications feels more real. Our immune system, our body's natural defense force, sometimes becomes less robust with age. It's not about weakness, it's a natural shift. But does that mean we're defenseless? Absolutely not. This is where garlic and honey might act like reinforcements for that invisible armor. Garlic has a long, documented history as a natural antimicrobial. Those sulfur compounds, especially allicin, have shown activity against various bacteria, viruses, and even fungi in laboratory settings. Think of garlic as helping to create an internal environment less hospitable to invaders. Honey contributes too. It possesses its own antimicrobial properties, partly due to its low water content, natural acidity, and the presence of hydrogen peroxide produced by its enzymes. Beyond direct antimicrobial action, honey is known for its soothing properties. Think of honey for a sore throat. And its antioxidants help support overall cellular health, which is crucial for immune function. There was a study published in the International Journal of Preventive Medicine back in 2014 that specifically looked at the combination of garlic and honey. The researchers found that this duo seemed to enhance immune cell activity and reduce markers of inflammation in participants. Now, here's my crucial perspective. One study, while interesting, doesn't constitute definitive proof for everyone, and laboratory findings don't always translate directly to real-world human effects. So, will eating garlic and honey make you completely immune to illness? Of course not. But could it potentially bolster your immune system's resilience? Could it help your body respond more effectively when challenged? That seems biologically plausible. It's about support, creating a better foundation for your immune system to do its job. It's certainly not a replacement for vaccines or good hygiene practices. But as a daily habit, particularly during cold and flu season, it feels like a sensible, natural way to potentially give your defenses a little extra help. Do you find you catch things more easily now than you used to? Our skin. It tells a story, doesn't it? Years of sun, laughter, worry, it all leaves its mark. But beyond wrinkles, we might notice other changes as we age. Increased dryness, perhaps some itchiness, maybe a loss of that youthful glow. While some of this is natural, our skin is also a remarkable mirror reflecting our internal health. Issues like poor digestion, inflammation, or sluggish detoxification pathways can often manifest on the surface. How might garlic and honey contribute here, working from the inside out? Garlic is often considered a natural detoxifier. It contains compounds that support liver function, your body's primary detoxification organ. By helping the liver process and eliminate waste products more efficiently, garlic might reduce the internal burden that can sometimes show up as skin issues like dullness or irritation. Its potential anti-inflammatory effects could also play a role in calming redness or sensitivity. Honey, when consumed, acts as a humectant, meaning it helps attract and retain moisture, potentially improving skin hydration from within. Its antioxidants combat oxidative stress, which contributes to skin aging. Furthermore, honey has well-known wound-healing properties, suggesting it supports cellular repair and regeneration, processes vital for healthy skin. My feeling on this? Again, it's not about erasing wrinkles or achieving flawless skin overnight, but supporting your body's natural detoxification and hydration processes and reducing internal inflammation can logically lead to skin that looks and feels healthier, perhaps softer, brighter, less irritated. It's less about vanity and more about seeing a reflection of inner wellness. True skin health starts from within, supported by good nutrition, hydration, and yes, perhaps gentle helpers like garlic and honey. It's one piece of the puzzle. What changes have you noticed in your skin over the years? Taking a full, deep breath. It's something we often take for granted until it becomes difficult. Whether due to allergies, lingering effects of past habits like smoking, or simply age-related changes in lung elasticity, many seniors find their breathing becomes shallower or more labored. That feeling of tightness or needing to constantly clear your throat can really impact your quality of life and even limit activity. Could garlic and honey offer some gentle support here? Garlic's potential anti-inflammatory properties might extend to the airways. By potentially reducing inflammation in the bronchial tubes, it could help promote easier airflow and lessen feelings of tightness. Some traditional uses point to garlic helping to expectorate or clear mucus, although robust clinical evidence for this is limited. Honey is well known as a natural demulcent. It creates a soothing coating over irritated tissues. This is why it's often used for coughs and sore throats. This soothing effect can be comforting for irritated airways. Its antimicrobial properties might also offer a degree of protection against respiratory infections. Let me be extremely clear here. Garlic and honey are not treatments for serious respiratory conditions like asthma, COPD, bronchitis, or pneumonia. You must follow your doctor's advice and use prescribed medications like inhalers for these conditions. However, for milder issues, like a tickly cough, throat irritation, or perhaps feeling slightly congested, could this combination offer some soothing, supportive relief? It seems plausible, based on traditional use and honey's known properties. It might help you feel a bit clearer, breathe a touch easier, but think of it as comfort care, not a medical intervention. Do you ever find yourself feeling short of breath doing simple tasks? Let's talk about digestion. It's not always the most comfortable topic, but for many people over 60, it's a daily reality. Bloating after meals, irregularity, that heavy or sluggish feeling, these quiet discomforts can really drag you down. We often learn to just live with it, assuming it's part of aging. But does it have to be? Your gut health is profoundly linked to your overall energy, mood, and even immune function. Garlic enters the picture here as a potential prebiotic. Prebiotics are substances that feed the beneficial bacteria living in your gut, your microbiome. A healthy, diverse microbiome is crucial for proper digestion, nutrient absorption, and regulating inflammation. By nourishing these good bugs, garlic might help improve gut balance. Additionally, garlic's mild antibacterial properties could potentially help keep less desirable bacteria or yeasts in check, which might contribute to reducing gas and bloating for some individuals. Raw honey also contains prebiotic compounds, oligosaccharides, that can nourish beneficial gut bacteria. Beyond that, its soothing, anti-inflammatory nature might help calm irritation along the digestive tract lining. Some people find it eases mild indigestion or discomfort. My perspective, the gut microbiome is incredibly complex, and what works for one person might not work for another. However, the principle of supporting beneficial bacteria and soothing the gut lining makes sense. Many people report feeling lighter, less bloated, and more regular after incorporating this daily habit. And don't underestimate the gut-brain axis. Scientists now understand there's a powerful two-way communication between your gut and your brain. A troubled gut can contribute to low mood and fatigue, while a calm, efficient gut often supports better energy and a brighter outlook. So, supporting digestion isn't just about physical comfort. It can impact how you feel mentally and emotionally too. Have digestive issues become more noticeable for you recently? Do you ever wake up feeling like your internal battery just didn't fully recharge overnight? You slept, but you still feel depleted. That persistent lack of energy, the reliance on that extra cup of coffee just to get through the morning, the afternoon slump that hits like clockwork, it's one of the most common complaints I hear. We often blame age, but are there ways to support more natural, sustained energy? How might garlic and honey help? Remember the point about garlic potentially improving circulation. Better blood flow means more efficient oxygen delivery to all your cells, including your muscles. When your muscles get adequate oxygen, they function better and fatigue less easily. This could translate to improved stamina and less physical tiredness throughout the day. Honey provides natural sugars, primarily fructose and glucose, that your body can readily use for energy. Unlike refined sugars that can cause a sharp spike followed by a crash, the sugars in honey are typically absorbed more steadily, providing a more sustained fuel source. Furthermore, some proponents suggest honey supports adrenal function. Your adrenal glands play a key role in managing stress and energy levels. While strong scientific evidence for this specific adrenal link is still developing, honey's nutrient profile certainly contributes to overall metabolic health. My view: this isn't about getting a sudden artificial jolt of energy like caffeine provides. It's about potentially creating the internal conditions for more consistent, natural energy. By possibly improving circulation and providing easily usable fuel, garlic and honey might help combat that underlying drag or sluggishness. Many users report feeling less reliant on stimulants, more productive, and simply having more get up and go without the jitters or the later crash. Imagine ending your day with enough energy left to enjoy a hobby or connect with loved ones instead of just collapsing on the couch. That's the kind of energy that truly enhances quality of life, don't you think? Do you often find yourself reaching for caffeine or sugar to combat fatigue? Okay, we've talked about potential benefits, but you might still be wondering, is there real science here, or is it just wishful thinking? It's a valid question. While traditional use provides centuries of anecdotal evidence, let's look at what modern research suggests. As mentioned, allicin from crushed garlic is a major player. Numerous in vitro, test tube, and some animal studies have demonstrated its antimicrobial, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and cardiovascular supportive properties. Human studies on garlic supplements, often standardized for allicin content, have shown promising, though sometimes mixed, results for things like blood pressure and cholesterol management. Honey's benefits are largely attributed to its rich antioxidant content, flavonoids, phenolic acids, which combat oxidative stress, and its enzymes, like glucose oxidase, which produces hydrogen peroxide, contributing to its antimicrobial effect. Research confirms honey's wound healing and soothing properties. Studies have also explored its effects on lipid profiles and blood sugar, often showing more favorable responses compared to refined sugars, though moderation is key, especially for diabetics. The 2014 International Journal of Preventive Medicine study that combined garlic and honey is often cited. It suggested synergistic effects, meaning the combination was potentially more effective than either ingredient alone, particularly for boosting immune markers and reducing inflammation. However, let's inject some critical perspective here. Much of the research is preliminary, done in labs, on animals, or using specific extracts or high doses not always achievable through diet alone. The 2014 study is just one study. More large-scale, rigorous human trials are needed to confirm many of these effects definitively. Furthermore, individual responses can vary significantly based on genetics, overall diet, lifestyle, and existing health conditions. So, my conclusion? Science provides a plausible biological basis for why garlic and honey might offer health support in the ways discussed. It aligns with traditional wisdom, but it's not irrefutable proof of a cure-all. Think of it as compelling evidence suggesting potential rather than absolute certainty. It supports the idea that this simple combination is worth exploring, mindfully and realistically. All right, you're intrigued. You want to give it a try. How do you incorporate this into your daily routine, simply and safely? Here's a practical approach. The basic morning ritual. 1. Take 1 clove of fresh garlic. Peel it. 2. Crush or finely chop the garlic. This is essential to activate the allicin. 3. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Don't skip this step. 4. Mix the crushed/chopped garlic with 1 teaspoon of raw, unprocessed honey. Ensure it's raw honey to get the maximum potential benefits. 5. Consume the mixture. Some swallow it quickly like medicine, chasing it with a little warm water. Others might tolerate chewing it briefly. Find what works for you. Aim to do this ideally on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. Start small. If you're new to this, especially raw garlic, you might start with half a clove for a few days to see how your stomach tolerates it. Some people experience mild heartburn or digestive upset initially. Use raw honey. Processed honey lacks many of the beneficial enzymes and compounds. Look for honey labeled raw and preferably unfiltered. Talk to your doctor. Oh, you are on blood-thinning medication, like warfarin Coumadin. Garlic can have mild blood-thinning effects, and combining it could potentially increase risk. Discuss it first. Oh, you have diabetes or are carefully managing blood sugar. While honey is natural, it's still a sugar. Discuss with your doctor or dietitian how to incorporate it safely, perhaps adjusting other carbohydrate intake. Oh, you have acid reflux or GERD. Raw garlic can be a trigger for some people. Pay attention to your body's reaction. Oh, you are scheduled for surgery. Due to potential blood-thinning effects, it's wise to stop taking garlic, especially in supplement form or large amounts, a week or 2 before surgery. Check with your surgeon. Garlic breath. Yes, it's a real possibility. Chewing parsley, mint, or an apple afterwards might help. Taking it first thing might mean the strongest smell dissipates before you interact with too many people. Listen to your body. This is key. If it consistently causes discomfort, it might not be right for you. Beyond the morning tonic, you can increase your intake naturally. Cook with garlic. Add minced garlic liberally to stir-fries, soups, stews, sauces, roasted vegetables. Remember to let it sit after chopping before heating. Use honey mindfully. Swap processed sugar for raw honey in moderation, in tea, plain yogurt, oatmeal, or homemade salad dressings, like a honey mustard vinaigrette. This morning ritual takes maybe 15 minutes total, including the waiting time. Does that feel like a manageable addition to your routine? So, there you have it. A deep dive into the potential of garlic and honey. Not as a magical fix, but as a simple, accessible, natural way to potentially support your body as you age. We've explored how it might help with mental clarity, heart health, immune resilience, skin vitality, breathing ease, digestion, and energy levels, all while looking at the supporting science and crucial safety considerations. Remember, the goal here isn't to turn back the clock or chase unattainable youth. It's about empowerment. It's about taking small, proactive steps to nurture your health, to support your body's innate ability to function well, and to enhance your quality of life now. It's about feeling stronger, more vibrant, and more in control of your well-being. Aging brings changes, yes, but it doesn't have to mean a decline into frailty or fatigue. By making informed choices, even simple ones like incorporating garlic and honey thoughtfully, you can potentially build greater resilience and vitality. What do you think? Has this exploration sparked your curiosity? Are you considering giving this one-week experiment a try? I genuinely want to hear from you. 1. Share your thoughts. Leave a comment below. What was the most surprising potential benefit you heard? Do you have any experience using garlic or honey for health? 2. Try it and report back. If you decide to try the morning ritual for a week, and it's safe for you to do so, I'd love for you to come back to this video and share your experience. Your story could inspire someone else. 3. Like and share. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a like. It really helps support the channel. And share it with a friend, family member, or neighbor who might also benefit from exploring natural ways to support their health. Subscribe. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more practical, science-informed insights on healthy aging, vitality, and living your best life after 60. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, taking care of yourself doesn't always require drastic measures. Sometimes, the most powerful tools are already in your pantry, waiting to be rediscovered. Here's to your health, your strength, and your journey of aging vibrantly.